I would like to pose a question first. Are we truly preparing our children for the future of work? Well, let me tell you a story. One of my hobbies is doing artwork. I like to do oil paintings on canvas. And a while back, I was giving an art lesson to a group of children, as well as their parents. And the initial reaction from some of the adults was, well, I, I suck at art. I don't have talent for art. I could barely draw a stick man. I'm like, just hold on a minute. Give it a chance, and you may be proven wrong. Well, towards the end of the lesson, they were painting scenes that were much better than mine. And the children, about the average age of 10, didn't hesitate to dive right in. No fear. They too painted such amazing scenes. All the students went beyond the lesson and added their creativity and adding their own elements to the painting. It was fantastic. The parents provided encouragement, and the students also supported each other. They were in a safe learning environment where they can explore, experiment, support each other, and given the opportunity to make mistakes. And that is part of the learning process. Now, can we adopt this painting lesson to teach science, technology, engineering, and mathematics? See, I believe that every one of you was born with a talent, and that talent can be unleashed in the right learning environment. You see, our children are the future leaders. They will be the next digital citizens in the fifth industrial revolution. Well, what does that mean? Well, the fifth industrial revolution refers to the next stage in industry development where humans collaborate with robots and AI systems. Digital citizenship refers to the skills and knowledge to responsibly navigate that digital world. So, how do we create this learning environment to foster our students for the future of work? Let's talk to the students of the 21st century in their language, and that is technology. See, nowadays, all these kids, they have all the gadgets that didn't exist when I was that age. I have two young kids, 7 and 9, and they have the computers, the tablets, the smart TVs, the phones. They're spoiled, right? This generation is spoiled. We made them that way, right? But this is the technological world that they live in. This is the world they live in right now. I notice whenever my kids want to learn something, they don't come to me anymore. They go to YouTube. I do the same thing. I need to learn something. I search on YouTube. I learn it there, right? And then we have one of those Alexa devices, right? Just talk to Alexa if you need to know something. But how about we use these tools to our advantage in an educational environment? Tools such as coding, robotics, AI, video games, and instructional style YouTube videos to make learning fun and to foster that creativity and to grab that attention. It's amazing to see what they can do and all the tools that are available today. So I'm part of a team that offers STEM classes, an after-school program. And we have a First Nations family STEM program. And in that class, we have students, parents, grandparents working together, supporting each other, and embracing their culture. And that's key. That's the learning environment that we want to create. And we have a student is young as 7 years old, learning to code. I said to everyone, how would you like to create your own video games? Well, that's a lot of fun, right? You could just imagine the focus and the interest that they had. when they learn, really, can I learn to create my own video games? Well, everybody likes playing video games, right? So I'm like, let's get started. Okay. So I had a student as young as 7 years old in grade 2 learning to code this game. But the question is, what was she actually learning? Okay. She was learning a lot of math skills. In order to get her game, to work and the character to move across the screen, she had to learn XY coordinates, positive and negative numbers, decimal numbers, angles of a circle. So this child in grade 2 were actually learning a lot of math concepts that she normally wouldn't see in some higher grades. And she doesn't even realize it. Okay, that's another important key right there. One of the students' grandmother was also dialed in to every class. And it was really great to see how they all support each other. So the grandma, I call her Kukum. Kukum is the Cree word for grandmother. So Kukum came up to me one day, and she said, I got a bone to pick with you. I'm like, uh-oh, Kukum, what's wrong? She said, I'm using this app on my phone, and I can't help wonder how many if-else statements, repeat loops, variables, functions are being used in this app, and I blame you. Okay, all right, this is a good thing to be blamed for. But it's just engaging all the students and unleashing that potential. There are 2 age groups you need to watch out for, though. There's the youth, who are very tech savvy, and then the seniors, who are becoming tech savvy. They're hooked on technology. My mom is all over Facebook, comments on everything. She called me up saying, did you see your cousin's comment on Facebook congratulating you on being a TED speaker? Well, I gave it a thumbs up. She said, you should reply. She then sent me an email with suggested responses like she's ChatGPT. And when the internet goes down, why is it the seniors to complain? My mom called me in the middle of the night complaining. I'm like, well, what's wrong? Is your internet working? I can't connect. I'm like, relax, Ma. Didn't you grow up in a time when there's no electricity? I'm not that old, right? Watch your mouth, boy. That's what she said to me. And I was trying to have a video chat with her, and my computer was trashing. And she said to me, and I'm not kidding, you should try unplugging and plugging your computer back in again. I'm like, what are you, the IT help desk now? What you talking about? But this is the technological world that we live in. This is part of our life. I try to embarrass my kids any chance I get, right? When they're having a LAN party with their friends playing Minecraft, I dialed right in there. I'm like, hey, bro, /give/TP me. I don't know what that means, but I was just repeating what they said. And my son always shakes his head, looks at me. Daddy, you're so cringe. You're cringe, bro. I'm like, that's fantastic, right? So that educational environment that we can get people engaged in. How many of you play video games here? Any gamers in the house? Oh yeah, for sure, right? We'll have a LAN party afterwards here, right? I just upgraded my gaming PC, but don't worry, the wife knows how much that costs. She hasn't seen the credit card bill yet, but game-based learning and esports have become a very effective tool to engage students of all ages. How would you like to learn history by playing Age of Empire 4? Right? I learned a lot from that game. Right? How about resource management in StarCraft 2? Let's learn about leadership by playing League of Legends. Well, how about conflict resolution as we're battling in Fortnite? Right? Just making that environment a fun learning experience for all students. Engaging them on different levels. Every one of us learns differently and have different learning styles. So going back to the class with Kukum, okay, embracing their culture, having support from students and their parents and their families, and having a teacher that's not necessarily the sage on the stage, but more of the coach on the side, facilitating those lessons, providing support, and using technology and AI tools to reinforce learning. So it was a while back, I was teaching a robotics class. And the students were extremely dialed in, didn't want to leave when the class is done. And they were building robotic devices, autonomous and remote control. But the thing is, I was not pushing them. They were pushing me. They just wanted more content. And what I realized is that they were taking ownership of their education, right? That's another key thing right there. They were building these projects, these project-based assignments that extremely got them engaged. And I realized that these 13 to 15-year-old students are working on projects that I did at university. And I was absolutely mind blown. This is incredible. What we're doing is just unleashing that potential, just giving them the tools, speaking to them in their language, and embracing that learning environment. Okay. So it was a few years ago, we had a showcase where the students demonstrated their projects to the media, to dignitaries, to other parents, the public. And they were naturally nervous at first, but they showed enormous confidence when they got up there, started presenting and answering questions to all the guests. Public speaking is one of the essential skills. Communication, another essential skill for the future of work. These students were building their problem-solving skills, resiliency, analytical skills, fostering their creativity, and of course, building their confidence. And those are the essential skills for the future of work. Most people find public speaking it's very nervous when you're up here doing something. I am nervous right now, okay? But it's just another skill that takes practice and encouragement. I had these students that were doing the same thing in front of the public and dignitaries and the media. Showed enormous confidence. I was so proud of them. Again, the communication, okay, an important skill. I would love to see those students up on this stage in the future giving a TED Talk, right? Put that on the resume, right? Again, that environment that really hones in and embraces those talents. Okay? You see, we're not training people to be assembly line workers anymore. Robots are doing that job. We are training people to design, build, and maintain those robots and AI systems. So let me leave you with the following thoughts. How do we prepare our future leaders for the future of work? It may take some non-traditional approach to education to accomplish these goals. Thinking outside the box, using technology, using AI tools. Let's unleash that potential and foster that growth, providing a pathway to success that goes beyond our borders. Thank you.